Are you a caregiver? Do you have unexplained aches and pains? Are there days when you wish you could just go scream into a pillow? Well, stay tuned because I might have some answers for you. Back, and I wanted to share a couple of things that I have been learning and researching about, particularly in this field of caregiving that I'm involved in, and trying to help people who are also involved in the same area or arena. Something that I've been experiencing and that I know that others are is called compassion fatigue. So this is something that isn't, I don't know that it's widely known, probably widely experienced. So it's when you are caring for someone who is in some sort of distress, and then in that caring process, you start to feel secondary effects of that distress. And it can kind of be so secondary symptoms that they are also experiencing. Helping someone who is sick, and you care for them in your home long term, and then you start to feel unwell in several different ways. You know, it can mean physically unwell, it could be emotional. You know, there's a lot of people that talk about digestive distress and they can't quite figure out where it's coming from. Constant, like, chronic headaches or backaches that are described, and they can't quite figure out why that is, and they're tracing it back to this compassion fatigue. So you are not taking the time to take care of yourself because you're so consumed with the care of this loved one. You know, whether it's someone who is temporarily sick, or it's a long-term situation like a parent, or in my case, a sister that you care for. So just a little background, my sister has Down syndrome. We grew up in Washington State, and many great years, no real trouble. And a couple of years ago, she got very sick in a situation that we didn't know what was going on. There was no explanation for it. No one knew what it was, and frankly told us that there wasn't anything to do and we should just get used to it. So for a year probably, we were struggling with this, trying to help her, and not realizing that it was causing distress to the caregiver as well. Eventually, because of all this, it caused a move to take place that was unexpected, but in the long run really helped her to be able to improve and to be more well. And then I started to notice these different symptoms in myself, and particularly my mom, who were kind of the two of us, or the main caregivers of this sister. Start to notice irritability, or just emotional outbursts or sudden crying that really doesn't have a reason, or this unexplained pain. I had crazy back pain that I really shouldn't have necessarily been experiencing, based similar situations with my mom. So I thought, there's got to be something going on here, and that's when I started to look into this idea of compassion fatigue. So there are many different ways that this manifests itself in the caregiver, and there are, most of the things that take care of this and help it is an awareness of what's going on. So you need to be aware that this is a possibility. If there is someone that you are caring for, that you're caring for on a high level, there's a good chance that this is something that you might experience. So some suggestions that I have come across have been to recognize it, to have time to yourself. So you've really got to be an advocate for yourself, just like you're an advocate for the loved one that you're caring for. And so you really have to take that time to say, what do I need? What is do I need some time alone? Do I need to change the way I'm eating? What do I need to do to take care of myself? And you need to have something that also I've found helpful is to express gratitude. I think that if you're in an attitude of gratitude, you are able to function better and you're able to see the good that's around you and then take that forward as well. So many things that can be done, and I'll probably talk about this as more again at later dates, and maybe give some other suggestions that I found helpful. But I think it's just part of it is getting the word out there that this is definitely something that is a real, it's a real deal, and to watch for it in yourself if you're someone who tends to jump out and care for people, which is great. But you do just have to be aware of that and do your best to make sure that you are caring for yourself also, so that you are able to give of yourself to others. Because if you burn yourself out, you won't be able to help anyone else. And then, where will you be then? So, hope that was helpful. And yeah, have a great day.